Hey guys, Gluten-Free EDC here. I'm Brian, your gluten-sensitive representative. Today I have a wild unboxing. So a little bit about this before we tear into it. I couldn't make Bladeshow 2023 this year in Atlanta, Georgia. The reason, I have two young children, one of which is only just about to turn 10 months, along with other reasons that I couldn't attend. I also had a wedding for a friend. Obviously, that takes priority over knives. So, and JM, if you're watching, that wedding was amazing. I'm so glad I got to attend that with you, buddy. Congrats again. So for this, my buddy Steven did attend Bladeshow. I'm not going to share his last name here, but he attended Bladeshow, and I met him at Bladeshow last year through some mutual friends. He's a great dude. Him and I really clicked immediately. He collects some ridiculous knives, guys. Let me tell you, custom knives, I don't know that his collection can be beat. He has so many cool things, and his pickups from Bladeshow, oh my goodness. But anyway, back to Bladeshow 2023. He gets there, or before he gets there, he asks, what should I be checking out? I know last time I kind of dragged him to a few tables. He dragged me to a few. So I made it my mission to kind of share with him where I would go, what I would seek out. The first come, first serves are a big one because you can actually get those potentially if you stay in line, and I know he was going to be staying in line to do so. So he had asked, is there anything I can pick up for you? And initially I said no. I am sharing this with you because I will live vicariously through you. You enjoy the show. I will enjoy what you pick up. I know you're going to pick up some crazy stuff. So I'm more than happy to just experience that. I had another friend that I was explaining that to as well. I'm fine not getting knives. I like my collection already, and it's just a knife. I'm not getting the experience that is Bladeshow, right? So Steven was kind of saying that's ridiculous. Like, what would you get if you could? And I did respond, the David Lespect folder from CKF is something that I would try to get if possible. They had 50 or 60 of them at the show. Of course, I'd love a David Lespect custom, but David is actually only doing lottos at Bladeshow. That's what he prefers to do. The reason he does that, actually, I've talked to him about this just a little bit. The reason David chooses to do lotteries is he prefers people not to have to stand in line and then potentially miss out because they didn't camp out overnight for his knives. The lotto or the lottery system is the most fair system in his eyes. That's not to knock anyone else for doing it any other way. I know the Bulls kind of do a mixture of first come, first serve and lottery. That works for perfect for them. David's just one dude making knives, so he can't make too many ahead of a show. This works for him. Awesome. So I don't want to ask someone for a lottery knife. If they're going to offer it, sure, I'm not going to turn that down, but that's for them to offer. That's not something for me to ask. I don't feel right about that. But he took a picture of the knife, the CKF Lespect, and said, is this the one that you want specifically? And I respond, yes, if I were there, that's the one I would get personally. I think that's the cool one. But, if you can get one for whatever your taste is. And he responds, well, I just got you this. And I responded, oh my goodness, for me? What do you mean? Why don't you take the knife, do with it what you will? And Steven then replied, listen, if it's, you don't want to pay for it, that's fine, but yeah, I'm probably going to sell it then. And I was like, no. If you're selling it, yeah, you literally went there to pick this up for me, and he said yes. So that brings us to this package. I know that was a long 5 minutes, guys, but I just wanted to get that story out there. Let's dive on in. I got the Dapper design little slip joint kind of guy for my unboxing, courtesy of Ev over at Knife Ninja EDC. Thank you as always, buddy. You know I love this thing. Trying to do this on camera. Maybe I should not look through the camera, right? So actually, while tearing into this, I do have a new setup today, guys. I kind of invested in a bit better of a setup in terms of lighting and phone holder. So yeah, pretty cool to be using that for the first time. Still have a few other videos that were pre-recorded, so you'll see some older stuff. Sorry, I'm off camera right now. When I get this box out, and I know Steven did note that there is a letter in here. I'm trying to do this without ripping that. Okay, so in here we have a box. Okey-dokey. Ooh. Sorry about that. I think I might edit that out actually, but okie dokie. I'm gonna take this off screen for a second. Steven, did you tape it to the box? You're one of those crazy guys, so it doesn't fall around. Let me just manhandle this box for a second. So we got a letter. I'm gonna take it off screen real quick. I'm gonna read this one. I think he did say that I could read this on the channel. So, Brian, best of luck with your new channel. Your passion for knives is through the roof. You are loved in the knife community, and I have no doubt you will be well received and followed. We missed you at Bladeshow 2023, and I am glad I was able to snag a CKF Lespect before they sold out in minutes. Now that I know you want to review knives, I threw in my best action knife. It raised quite a few eyebrows at Bladeshow, and I can't wait to see your reaction when you hit that flipper tab. Oh my goodness. The last knife is a CRKT Rollock that I also brought to Bladeshow. That knife stumped so many people and brought so many laughs. Most makers couldn't figure out how to deploy it. The answer is down below if you have trouble. Oh, I didn't read that part, so I'm gonna try. We'll see. So good luck and enjoy the ride. I'll be looking for you on YouTube, brother. Your bud, Steve. Ah, dude. I did not expect you to send other knives. So bonus for anyone watching, we're gonna have quite the unboxing. Thank you, Steve, in advance, man. Very kind words. Totally missed you, buddy. Open last. Okay. Will do. So we'll do these as bonus content. I'm gonna do the CKF knife first, because I am dying, guys. I am dying. So you get this cool pouch. It's very well padded. CKF Knives, Custom Knife Factory. All right, so here we have a very thick, almost credit card-like COA. We got David Lespect, S90V or Damasteel. So that means those were the options. They did have a Damasteel variant. The handle could be tie, Zirku tie, crystal tie. I believe that is actually what's in this handle. And then some hashtags. Oh man, cool. So June 2023, serial number 18. I think they're only making 200 of these guys. So the specific variant I have, you know, maybe 50 of, we'll see. I honestly don't know how they're doing that. What is this? Rubber band. We got some parts. Cool, some additional parts. So you have the plain tie clip, plain tie inlays, and then extra bearings and parts and washers and everything, and screws. I'll definitely be doing a teardown of this knife. I'm interested to see what the internals look like. I've taken all of my Lespects apart. So here she is, and oh wow. Okay. Okay, guys. So I want to go over a few things. Looks to be nice and centered. Overall design, this screams David Lespect. This just screams David Lespect, hands down. You got shadow box scales, which he's always doing. You've got just the overall shape of the knife, very David Lespect. This right here, the back spacer, it is concave, so it's like scooped out. He does that as well. And then it switches once it gets to here to be convex. So it's the opposite of being scooped out, right? Beautiful. Beautifully done. I don't know I think that's titanium. I'll have to look into that. So yeah, overall design, very David Lespect. Oh my goodness, guys. That blade finish is gorgeous. I'm gonna just put some, let's get this cleaned off a little bit. Oh yeah, it's like a really cool like vapor hone almost, and then it's almost like a hand satin or belt satin, but usually that's vertical. Yeah, it's just really cool. Lockup looks very nice. Let's see how it is to undo. Yep. Cool. Passes that. So it is a liner lock, much like most of David's knives. The clip is very David. Looks awesome. Let's just get a close-up of this clip, guys. Cause yeah, that's sexy. So zircuitai, meaning it's titanium and zirconium, different alloys of each. Oh my goodness. So they're all folded on each other to make that beautiful design. The action, let's see. Let's get this out of here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna take it apart and clean it up. Seems maybe a little gritty, but the D10 is nice and light like most of his knives. So they copied that. That, honestly, I thought CKF would nail because they do a lighter D10 typically. Can I get the middle finger flick? Probably. I'll work on that another time. Gorgeous, guys. The jimping. I think the jimping might be a little lighter than David does on his own personal knives, but it's the same harpoon shape with like a sheep's footy harpoon shaped blade. So yeah, D10 is pretty exact actually. Maybe a little stiffer than he would do, but I really like it. Like, it's perfect. Another thing I want to go over is the materials. So this crazy material is crystallized titanium. It's super smooth to the touch. I'm honestly not certain how they achieved this finish. I'll have to talk to them. I plan on doing a larger review of this knife beyond these first impressions. It's gorgeous. It looks amazing. It's super smooth. It almost looks like carbon fiber, but it is crystallized titanium. pretty epic. Then you have a fairly cool and unique material not seen often. Superconductor. Superconductor wire specifically. So superconductor is some sort of wire with filament in it. That's what this actually is, I'm fairly certain. So it's made out of niobium titanium, NBTI. This particular one most likely has tin involved as well. That's the most common out there as far as I am aware. And yeah, so you'll see superconductors, I'm sure, more and more, both in customs usually, but also outside of knives. You see them in MRI, NMR imaging, proton beam therapy for cancer. It's a pretty cool material. Yeah, really neat. Finish on the knife is beautiful. I think I'm in love with this. The overall grind is really cool. Some bonus content, guys. I want to compare this to some other true customs. So yeah, it's maybe not as thin of an edge, but it gets down there. It gets impressively down there by the end of there. A little thick behind the edge once you go further up, but that's to be expected, right? Man, the finish is so beautiful. I don't want to go too crazy into the comparison because I plan on putting out a comparison video of all my David Lespect knives, which will include the CKF. So pretty cool, guys. It's clearly a David Lespect folder. So many similarities. They really knocked it out of the park with us. Steven, thank you so much. So just had to show off some Lespect love. Now, let's look at some of this bonus content that Steven sent because he's a nut. So this is Certificate of Authenticity, Blade Steel S110V, single row roller bearing system. All right, so this is a custom. Oh my goodness, Steven, what did you send me, man? Oh, real quick, size comparison. Just want to get that out of the way. Looks to be a 3 1/4 inch blade. That's what I looked up. So there's a Koenig Arius. Quiet carry waypoint. So the 3 1/2 inch blade. This is a 3 1/4 and I believe 7 inch blade overall length. So just a quick size comparison if anyone was curious how large this knife is. It seems to be the exact size of a quiet carry waypoint. So there you go. Back to this crazy knife that Steven sent me. Crazy, crazy man. Oh, custom division Shiro is pretty wild. Whoo, look at that carbon fiber. What in the world? This is beautiful. Steven, man. The milling here is gorgeous. It's got a pocket cut out for the clip. I will do a bigger first initial impressions of this knife later on. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? That was unreal. Why did it do like that double click? Oh, wow. This is a guillotine. You hear the double click going on? What is going on? Why is it doing that? Oh, but the action on that, like the D10 is so dialed in. I don't like, can you even fail this? No, I don't know that you can fail this. This is the perfect it might be the perfect flipper tab action. It's really good. No jimping though on the flipper tab. I think maybe like a little bit would be nice, but like you can slide off, but as long as you put any effort. The blade, wow, that is a gorgeous blade. Not sure what kind of finish that is. You can kind of see like a hand rub, but then it's like some sort of blast maybe, and then a hand rub satin. It looks almost mirror polish. Gorgeous. Whew. Wow, and look at like the precision there. Like that just takes balls to do. To know that it's gonna fall on there perfectly. That action. Like you guys hear that, right? Is that coming through? It's an insane click. Oh my goodness, that's gorgeous too. Shoo! Anyway, beautiful knife, Steven. Thank you. I will definitely make a more extended video with this one. Truly appreciate it, man. Okay. Now we'll go to this crazy thing. Open last. I know this is a longer one, but bear with me, guys. Okay, the CRKT. This is the CRKT Rollick? Interesting. So it's got kind of like a carbon fiber look to it, but I believe that's plastic. Oh. What in the world? What? What just happened? So that you can see like the track that it rolled along. And then what, is that the lock? Yeah. What did I just do? Is that the way you're supposed to do this? Or is it like, do you unlock it? No. So what I did was I just pulled up here and then it slid forward, and it was kind of just like that. It just seemed natural. Let me see if that's how you're actually supposed to do that though. Like, am I messing something up? The jimping on the blade needs to be depressed into the scales in a backwards motion. Press firmly. The blade will pop up and needs to slide forward and click into position. So you can do it one-handed. That's awesome. I think closing it, maybe you need the two hands. So one-handed. This is awesome, dude. What a crazy little knife. That's awesome, dude. Wild clip on here. Look how huge this clip is. It's the size of the entire knife. A little unnecessary. They could have gone way deeper carry on that one, but you know. This is cool. I like this knife because of that. That's wild, man. I just want to see if I can like close it. I don't think I can do it one-handed, but really cool knife. Oh, I went to like flip it open. So you gotta kind of like hold it like this. There we go. Neat knife. Steven, thank you for sharing. I didn't know something like this even existed. This is really cool. So, here's everything. Jeez, this is a giant knife too. Like, this is a big old knife. Again, I'll have videos on each of these coming. This is a true unboxing though for now. And what I still consider the star of the show, even with that gorgeous Shiro there. The David Lespect, made by CKF as the OEM. Beautiful knife. I am so happy to have this. thank you again, Steven. I can't wait to carry this one, and I'm gonna enjoy it. Take care, guys.